The next one joining us is One Chat. So Stefan, I know actually guys you rebranded, you're not One Chat anymore, but I know it's One Chat. So let me give you hosting rights, and then you can tell us all about the pivot, the focus, the rename, and what you're doing. So Stefan, floor is yours. Just share the screen and just tell me when you're ready so we can start.
Yep. I hope you guys all can see the screen if it's shared.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So my name is Steve, and I'm one of the founders of Klik. We rebranded ourselves because that was the kind of stealth mode. And what we are doing here at Klik, because I lived for 6 years in China, so we are bringing some Chinese exotic stuff. We're building a super app, actually. And that's the app that's going to help you guys book your taxi, book tickets, pay your bills, basically a highway for payments. And our mission is to use smartphones and make them a primary mainstream payments tool. Some of the achievements we have done so far is we partnered with a bank in Serbia to be granted an e-payment license. And the way we are going about that is we partnered with the companies that provide the software for restaurants, and we're getting at least 18,000 potential merchants to pay in the restaurants just using your smartphone. We have an idea to do some smart city projects, because this is going to be empowerment of the city services when the people can actually digitalize those services. Now, moving along, what is the actual problem? Well, for the most part, it's inconvenience of payments, complicated and expensive solutions, and challenges that all the services today are facing when they don't have, let's say, just they didn't digitalize the cash as they should in order to really work with that. I'm going to get to our competitors. I know probably many of them are thinking about it. But the solution in itself is actually one place where people can pay for all the services and goods they do, not only the virtual ones, but actually offline. So we're replacing the offline payments with the smartphone. So a little bit about the product. So we have 4 components that complete our product. The first one is the social interaction, where people can chat to each other. You can think about that like a WhatsApp in a way. The second one is the business official accounts, where we have proven merchants, that means registered businesses, who can accept payments from our platform. And then we have P2P payments, that means person-to-person transfers, and people can use that to pay for the goods and services from the businesses. And the fourth element is the framework for the other developers to build plugins on our platform. So for example, we would partner with many people providing food delivery, taxi booking services, booking dentist, and any other kind of service that exists on the markets where we are planning to work. So how this actually works, to put more in the perspective. So this is our circle, and we mostly focus on smart city services, partnering with local governments to enable them, to give our infrastructure to them, so they can have a digital way for payments. And then we want to partner with people doing food and drinks, like I said, taxi, shopping, beauty salons, top-up mobile phones, paying for parkings, paying rents, booking flights, entertainment, banking, insurance, and medical services that are mostly needed in today's times, especially with the COVID, that speed up a lot of things that we do today. A little bit about market side, I don't know, Grid View Research estimated that the growth on smartphone payments is going to be rapid going forward with the current situation. And some of our competitive advantages. So mostly what you can see on this slide, but let's say just all these big players, they're not going to go down to a local city in Serbia, but they're also not going to the local city in Greece or Croatia, but they're also not going to local city like Amsterdam, Paris, Berlin. They're not going to go there and digitalize all the stores and transfer payments from cash to payments with mobile. Apple is trying to do that with Apple Pay, but it's so far from actually being accepted because it's built on top of the infrastructure with the post terminals, which are very expensive for very small businesses. About a market opportunity. So we want to start with the government, which is the smallest sector because it's the most complicated one. And we have a kind of relationships that are enabling us to start that. But we want to quickly transfer throughout the transportation and food and the healthcare. We want to transfer to the retail. We want to be the primary payment source from our digital wallet, from our infrastructure for payments with mobile phones. Go-to-market strategy for us has been mostly to differentiate ourselves from other going-to-market strategies would be channel partners. So we are partnering with those universities, city councils, a lot of merchants who have already a good market share. They just want to improve their service. I can give many details on that. And a lot of students. Students are in love with this kind of product. They're craving for a way to digitally transfer the money without going to the bank or waiting in lines.
And we're out of time.
Yeah, cool.
Thank you, Stefan. So, jury floor is yours, and Stefan, just give me the hosting rights back.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, so it's a very big big vision. We are trying to digitalize the cash and utilize the smartphone to be a primary source for payments. In China, that resulted in improving their economy by a lot. So e-commerce really is booming when you're using digital wallet on the smartphone. And we've been lucky to partner with some big banks to kick off this.
Okay, thank you. Hi. To be honest, I'm not sure what exactly you are doing. I mean, you are you have you are building a wallet. You are you go out in different countries and you get a license for electronic money institute, and you want to build all these things. And how I cannot also understand why it will be easier for you to go to the small merchants, to go to the small cities, while it is difficult for the big players. Or is it just they don't care?
Well, it's mostly they don't care about that because their most revenue comes from selling digital goods, right? But let me put it like this. So we would go to a certain country. For example, we have inquiries from African countries and Middle Eastern ones where we already developed some relationships. They have big telco companies or they have local banks who are preparing themselves to compete against upcoming technologies, which are digital wallets. I'm sure some of you are familiar with WeChat or Alipay, what they do, Grab in Southeast Asia, Coco, Japan. And so those companies grew. I was part of some of the investment teams in China where I have a relationship with Alibaba and financial, to be precise. And what we are working on is we are working on a model that can be used in different countries. We would go to a certain country, partner with a local partner who want to do operations, and we would provide them the infrastructure for mobile payments. So to give maybe a better example is if we go to Greece, we would look for a partner in the Greece that maybe a local bank that we can give them the competitive advantage over other banks for the payments and for the users.
Okay.
But maybe I should also say something about our team, right? I didn't get to that slide. Well, we have people on our board, for example, who are Vladimir Todorovic, who is the cybersecurity expert. We have Nebisha from CEO at Centili, part of InfoBip. They're also going to be a part of our investment round that we're doing now. Because they all have big relationship with telco companies around the world. All telco companies want to get in this game of digital wallets because they know it's a future. SMS payments are not going to be skyrocketing anytime soon. And this is the next step in evolution of payments.
Sorry, David, here. One more question, maybe I've missed it. How much are you raising right now and on what valuation?
We did, we're doing a value round at this moment. Our current valuation of pre-money is going to be 1 million because we are looking only for strategics at this point, resource building. we're raising 500K post money. So it's going to be, we're going to do around 20 to 30% raise for the post seed round.
So if I understood correctly, you're going towards it's a price round, right? And
it's a value round, let's say like that, and we're looking to raise enough for 18 months runway, so that we can focus more on the developing the market. And we're raising $500,000 with pre-money valuation or around $1 million.
And we're out of time.
thanks.
Thank you, Stefan. Thank you, jury.